Hey, what's the gig? Danny Deals, Danny W Deals, Triple D, the Deal Machine, hanging out at the nice new Deals house. Look at that, Candy. How you doing? You look lovely in that hat. Where'd you get it?
Oh, thank you. Well, you can buy it here, or you can buy it online.
You can buy it online, NationalWrestlingAlliance.com. Hit the shop button. Anyway, I also got this cool new hoodie. Look, this is the back. Look at the front. Show them that, Candy. No, not that part. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, look at that new shirt. You know what? That's actually almost gone, so if you don't buy it right now, it's over. Forget about it. Look at this. Look at this new banner I made. Look at this thing.
My favorite color.
Oh, yeah, I know. Is this the Werewolf Brothers? What are we doing right here? What are we doing? You know what? I wanted to sell these things for like $30, but Candy said no. So I said, okay, fine. Screw it. They're $10. How about that? Oh, look at that. That'll get you motivated in the morning, won't it? Yeah, I'm going to go run the hill like I'm in Rocky. Also, we got this brand new USA shirt. Oh, where's it at? Right there. You like this?
I love it.
Go to the shop right now. Hit the link. Go to the website. Hit the link right now.
You want us to tell you about La Rebelión? Well, I'm going to tell the world about La Rebelión. Bestia 666, Mecha Wolf. Over 400 days combined in our reign. We travel all over the world with these championships around our waist, and nobody has been able to take us out. We have defended these championships all over the world. So if you've been paying attention, you will know who we are. Here you go. Really? How do we feel about facing Mims and Jack Draper? Jack Draper, what, 6'3", 200 and something pounds. Big, strong Mims, big, strong guy, yes. But guess what? Weights, they don't hit back. Training is not going to do you any good because you're just another team that's going to get fed to the wolves. La Rebelión, Bestia 666, and Mecha Wolf. So line them up. Stack them up, because we will take them out, porque somos la rebelión, amados, odiados, pero nunca igualados. So, adiós, señor.
This man right here to my side, and the 6'4", 300+ pound human wrecking machine, known the world over as the Dane Event, are far from gentlemen. This man, Bulletproof Troop, will knock your lights out or tap you out at a moment's notice anytime I snap my fingers. Troop snaps your bones, so gentlemen, we would love nothing more than the opportunity to take that title from you and that title from you, and there isn't a damn thing you can do about it.
The Dane Event is the only one, other than the country gentleman that'll be standing in that ring, that knows what it's like to hold NWA gold. So until he's here, you probably want to get your little puppy back on a chain.
Listen, when you talk to me, you look me in the eye and you keep your bony little fingers away from me. And you, boy, put those eyes back in your head. I can see you trying to stare daggers and intimidate somebody. You ain't intimidating nobody. You can walk around with your little ears looking all funny, but I love cauliflower, son. I'm going to bite them right off. You put your eyes back in your head or I'm going to knock them out next time you look at me sideways.
We heard about enough of you. I'm done talking. Big man, why don't you tell him what's going to happen?
Yeah, I'm looking at you, big boy. And I'm going to tell Dane that I want you. Let Dane chew your man up right here. There ain't going to be nothing gentle about what me and the Dane Event are going to do to you two. Tap, snap, or nap, we're leaving with sharp belts. Bang, bang.
Well, what is up, you beautiful people? This is Gary Horn, and there's a thing on the screen. I'm aware. I'm going to take it off now. Thank you. There you go. I forget about that part every time. But welcome to this is the NWA, the show celebrating the past, present, future, the history, legacy, and tradition of the greatest pro wrestling entity of all time. Of course, we're talking about the National Wrestling Alliance, Kyle Davis, Danny Deals, same as last week. Here we are yet again, boys. We cruising into NWA 32 in Chicago on April the 7th. It's exciting. We got a lot
when
going
you said
on.
We're cruising, I was like, bro, I'm sitting in a room in Florida. I'm not cruising. I'm not on the open seas. I'm not looking at the boat. I'm not trying to figure it out. But I am about to get on a plane in 2 days to go my ass to Chicago, which is going to be fun. And then I get back here for 2 days, and then my ass goes to Australia, folks. There's a lot going on, a lot to be had, a lot happening.
The rest of you
even
going?
more happening in the summer. What was that?
Is the rest of you going, or just your ass is going?
Just my ass, baby, because
All
the
right.
rest
The
of
only
me's
part we
not
need,
worth
baby.
going anywhere.
Okay.
Nobody wants this. This is
No, actually, I believe that to be false. You know, the Deal Machine is going to do a deal at 312 in Chicago. It's going to be win a date with Kyle Davis.
You know, I hit on
I
Candy
like
once.
that.
She wanted nothing to do with me.
Well,
Oh.
Candy's, but, what is this? I'm excited to see.
I don't know.
I couldn't even read it.
Sorry. He's excited to see Natalia Markova wow the Chicago crowd this weekend. That's Noob & Co. TV. What's up, Mike, Axel, Doty, Roy Caps, Richard C's in the chat. Richard C was dropping some trivia in the chat earlier, and who he was talking about, Deals, I think, and he can confirm this. He said it's almost 10 years to the day he faced champion Rob Conway in Houston, April 20th, 2013. It'll be a deep dive in NWA history, but that must be the longest time between challenges or close. I believe he is referring to our guest that's going to be on a little later in the show, Chris Adonis, that maybe he challenged for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship 10 years ago. So if that's correct, Richard, let us know, and we'll make sure we bring that up with him. That'd be interesting to talk about.
It's very possible, as myself and Kyle can attest, many things happen in the NWA in between TNA and Lightning One that nobody even remembers happened. Because we were
coming on here, and I didn't have time to get a pick or anything, but just in more somber news, I see that Bushwhacker Butch just passed away. And so we're sad to hear that. So we send our well wishes to his family and his fans and everyone. That is sad news. Butch was actually, his team was called the Sheep Herders first.
Blood and Guts.
Sheep Herders. What's that?
Yeah, they were Blood and Guts, the old NWA.
They were actually, at one point, the Florida version of the NWA US Tag Team Champions. That would have been those same belts, I believe, as the ones the Fixers stole from the Country Gentlemen that the Fixers keep trying to use, that the Boss finally took back this week on NWA USA, if you were watching that. So those older versions of the belts. So there's some more wrestling trivia. You didn't know you were going to get all that today. But yeah, Richard C. confirming Chris Masters. So you gave us one fun fact. I traded you one back, Richard. So there you go. All right, and thanks for everybody for being here. We're happy to be here. Chris Adonis is going to be joining us later. We got plenty to talk about. Of course, NWA 312 is going to be the main focus tonight, and Danny Deals in preparation for that. As always, hooking up the people that tune in for the live stream and hang out and listen to the show. It is that promo code 312 Deals. Look at that. Look at that. That's going to get you 20% off at nationalwrestlingalliance.com/shop as he puts the sharpshooter on his dog.
It's actually an armbar, but
it's an armbar. Okay,
Yeah, the kind of animals are all armbar. You don't do that. Come on, bro.
huh?
Get-
Listen, this brother right here, he starts it most of the time, and would finish it if he wanted to. He's all muscle. 3-year-old boxer, American Bulldog mix. He's all muscle. I couldn't possibly.
The big news, of course, is NWA 312 April 7th, 9 p.m. Tickets are sold out, so ignore that NWATix.com for that part. You can't get into 312, but you can tune in on Fight. It's on pay-per-view. It's available for you. I almost said Fight TV. It's not that anymore. That's what happened there. It's sponsored by Auto House. We want to thank them. All those proceeds go to the Highland Park Community Fund there. And then some of the proceeds for the book signing that's going to be taking place. That VIP also sold out. I didn't mark it on this version of the pick, but that general admission, I think there are still some of those left. So if you get there a little early and you want to go on April 6th to Madame Zuzu's, the tea house there owned by Mr. Wood, Oregon, you can attend that and get your book signed by Tyrus, the world's heavyweight champion, and Medusa, her new book.
Yeah.
Who would be king. So no, Danny Deals is not a fan of that.
Yeah.
And of course, don't forget on April the 8th, we're going to be having TV tapings, 2 sets of TV tapings, 2 shows, 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. NWATix.com. You can get the tickets there, and you're going to be seeing. You ever wanted to be a part of that awesome audience that's always on NWA Power, NWA USA? This is your chance. You'll be on TV. You know you will. Hanging out there at ringside, up close and personal. I dare say you can't find a better way to get up close and personal with your favorite National Wrestling Alliance stars than that. So make sure if you're in that area, Puppy agrees, you need to head over to NWATix.com and get involved. Let's see. What's the other thing I wanted to say? Oh, Deals. We were talking about Medusa, and it reminded me of this. All right. And just want to get that out of the way. People love that.
That's actually one of the new items that's up on the site that you can use the code for is nope, not while we're on stream, buddy. The wall banner. You should have pictures.
Do I ever have some pictures to share with you guys? In fact, I was looking at my blinds over here, and I was like, that's what I could use the banners for when we do this show. I could cover these blinds with one of these sick wall banners, or a couple of these sick wall banners. So I'm going to have to get some of those. I got to roll with Throwbilly. I love Throwbilly and Poya. Maybe I'll get the William Patrick Corgan, see if it matters, if it sucks up a little bit to him. I don't know.
Some new shirts, too.
And some new shirts. Look at that. That purple one's nice. Dig that. And that tank top looks cool. The globe there. That's awesome. I think Kyle Davis designed that, if I'm not mistaken.
You were not mistaken. In fact, I may make a few of the pay-per-view shirts available on the website for people who cannot be there.
Oh, sweet.
Just a few, right? I've never done it. Why not, right?
That's it. I like that idea. Pam's got the Billy banner currently out for delivery. Jason's loving those banners.
She does.
Mike got both those shirts in the mail today, Deals, thanks to you. That is Danny Deals in there making that happen.
Making it happen.
Yeah. All right. And let's see. Well, we can talk all about NWA 312. Of course, one of the big factors for NWA 312 is going to be that main event. Tyrus defending the World's Heavyweight Championship against Chris Adonis. Chris Adonis going to be joining us here in just a little bit. So we'll hear from him and talk all about this match. So we're not going to spend a ton of time there. And we're going to run down the card, I think. And then I also have a brand new match I just saw came in on the wire today. I guess we could mention it here. We haven't really put it out on socials or anything like that. But we
tell us about it, Garrison.
Well, all right, I will. Let's go ahead and break it out. Here's this. This would just announce a debut in the National Wrestling Alliance. How about this? Kratos versus Yabo the Clown. Anybody familiar with Yabo the Clown? I've seen a lot of his stuff. He's been on the Indies, making a name for himself.
I feel like he's missing an eye. What's up with that?
Yeah, Bob, come on, please.
Look at that.
Yeah, no, I have no idea.
All right. Well, we're going to find out on April the 7th at 312. Kratos. That's a hell of a guy to be making a debut against. Big Kratos. If you watch Power this past week, he was really roughing up Magic Jake and Jordan Clearwater. So I feel sorry for them. He looked very angry since his last couple of matches. Kyle, are you familiar with Yabo?
No, I don't even know. I had to look. I was like, does he got one eye? And the graphic looks like he's got one eye. What's he do? I used to date somebody that doesn't like clowns. So all I know is super problematic. Look at him. He just looks like the type of clown you don't want to invite to a birthday party.
Yeah.
I'm not
he's trying to be a friendly clown.
He's like he's going to cut you up in your chest, and instead of trying to squeeze a little honker, he's going to try to squeeze your heart until it stops beating.
Looks like he should have a bag of Thunderbird in a brown paper bag.
He very well might.
I like that. His smiley face has blood on it, it looks like. So I don't think anything about him seems friendly
Like the Watchmen?
or approachable. Yeah, like the Watchmen. That's what it kind of looks like there. But,
All right,
we'll see.
that's enough of that.
All right, Danny Deals is maybe hiding a secret fear of clowns, but you got that here first. If you were tuned in, you just saw the debut of that match that is going to happen at NWA 312. Let's talk about the pre-show, because the pre-show has been fully announced, and that's going to be available to everybody on YouTube. And one of the big matches there, Deals, I know you're looking forward to this one. Hair versus mask strap match. Sal the Pal versus Gags the Gimp. Now, on USA, Sal was also referring to himself as Salvation. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, can we have, I hope it's a double count out so we can unmask the Gimp and cut Sal's hair off at the same time, and then it's over.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to get a double count out here, Kyle, because it looks like it says with Jedias and Father James Mitchell. So
yeah, why
is
it ringside?
He looks like he's going to make sure that some shit goes down.
Yeah, I don't like either one of them. Get him out of here.
Well, it seems friendly. But all right. Well,
you do realize that Frankenberry attempted to kill me, and that Sal attempted to.
But I mean, Deals. Listen, let's be
Alex Taylor in a wheelchair.
If we were to just segregate an entire group of people that tried to kill you, I mean, who would be around anymore?
Gary. For one.
I've never tried to cripple Danny Deals. I can't say that. Or Alex Taylor.
I don't know what you're talking about. A lot of people like me.
Yeah. I got no problem with these guys. Danny Deals hooks us up with all the cool merch deals.
Yeah.
So who would want to hurt that?
Did you try to kill me, Kyle, and I didn't know about it? You shoot like a blow dart and a missed, and you just never say anything about it? Yeah. Is that what happened?
I hit the tree.
Well, we saw Noobs and Co. TV talking about Natalia Markova. Well, how about this? We saw this match announced for the pre-show: Natalia Markova versus La Brava Escobar, who's going to have CJ in her corner, which is interesting enough. Both these ladies seem to have had an issue with Markova.
She brutalized Bubblegum, and then she knocked Escobar's teeth out.
Chad, did you have a chance to see that? If not, actually, I think
it was this past Saturday, was it not?
Yeah, it was this past Saturday, and it was pretty incredible watching those two. In fact, here, I've got a clip I can show you.
La Brava Escobar going to have her hands full.
Oh, yeah, with Markova. What an opponent to have a debut with. Strong style, hard-hitting tactics of Markova.
Markova was looking for the lockup, but La Brava Escobar went straight for a strike to the throat.
Oh, my God. La Brava, welcome to the NWA.
Well, there you have it. That's what happened on their last meeting this past Saturday. La Brava Escobar bleeding from the mouth, and I think we can all confirm that was a vicious injury there.
I remember afterwards we literally had to try to find her teeth, and it turned out
I helped and couldn't find them.
It turned out nobody could find her teeth. There was blood everywhere. And if you were in the studio for this, you realize that we found out, the reason we couldn't find the teeth is because they were shoved up into her
Yeah, she knocked
jaw
backwards. Yeah.
So, so the teeth not knocked out, just injected into her.
They still weren't where they were supposed to be.
No, they
weren't.
weren't.
Spain. She's a Spaniard. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
I knew she was Hispanic, but I didn't know she was from Spain.
Knew what's a more brutal side of Natalia Markova.
Let's not have the brutal side of Natalia Markova. I mean, that seems dangerous.
Old girl's teeth down her throat. That's
I was about to say,
I don't want to see a more brutal side of anything involving Russia at this point in time. So let's just positivity, folks. Put that out there.
The poor girl, La Brava.
If it wasn't for evil Russians, think of all those movies in the 80s we wouldn't have got.
That's a good point. That's a good point. You don't want to miss out on that.
Rocky
I just watched
IV,
Kick-Ass 2,
lot of
and there
punk
was
music.
Mother Russia was one of the characters, and she was a badass on there. So anyway, that's going to be an awesome match.
Russell
I'm looking forward
Khrushchev.
to that one.
Yeah.
Good one. All of those two matches we just announced to me are awesome, and they're just on the pre-show. They're just right up top, free for everybody. You can watch those.
What else is on the pre-show?
That's going to be exciting. Well, I'll tell you. How about this one? The United States Tag Team titles are on the line as the Country Gentlemen take on Savages with Chris Silvio. If you were here a little early, you might have seen that clip with the two teams facing off there, and it's pretty wild. This is going to be a heck of a challenge for the Country Gentlemen. They just got these titles, but
It could be at a Cracker Barrel, Falls Count Anywhere, right?
That could be.
Country Gentlemen.
Late Bulletproof Troops, new to the NWA, but he is not new to fighting. This guy is well.
He does look very confused in that picture, though. Kyle, who you got in this match?
I got to be honest with you, the Country Gentlemen have been on a roll lately. I've seen that they respect those tag team titles so well that they literally carry them in suitcases. I'm sorry, briefcases. Weird word, briefcases. And I think at the end of the day, they've got a lot more tag team unity than the team that's just been put together, which is Savages. Give them time. They'll be a threat. But unless the right thing happens at the right time, I think the Country Gentlemen are going to pull it out.
Yeah, this is gonna. I don't know. I want the Country Gentlemen to hang on those titles. I like those two guys a lot, and I think
you don't like Jackson.
Well, that is not what I said. So
Super
please
T?
do not get me in trouble with anybody. I don't want heat.
I was just asking.
In the back. I'm just saying. The Country Gentlemen have been taking those titles around. They've defended them a few times already, just all over. I like that from NWA champions. So I want to see.
Yeah,
more
but I
of that.
saw Jax knock Jesus' soul out of his body. So, I mean, he hits that.
Pop the trunk.
Whatever the hell. Yeah. That might be curtains for the gentleman from the country.
It is a brutal finisher for sure, and the Country Gentlemen are going to have to watch out for that. Another, talk about brutality. How about this one? This one's going to get brutal. You can already tell. The other match that's going to be available free on YouTube ahead of NWA 312 on the pre-show, Daisy Kill and Talos, both new to the NWA, are going to be going up against two of the baddest men in the company, and Mike Knox and Trevor Murdoch. Not only are they going up against them, but Daisy Kill has been actively antagonizing Trevor Murdoch.
Yeah, he wrote him a song even.
Yeah, that just seems like bad.
I thought that was a pitch to the clip right there. I felt like there was a slight pause, like we were going to get the ukulele thing there.
I should have.
He had like the little Tiny Tim gimmick.
If I had a team working on this match,
I hear you. But I think it's kind of like prison.
Song? Tiny Tim?
I always hear in prison, even though I look like a guy who's been there, I've never even been arrested. Good for me, folks. Jeez, you can look like a thug and still lead a good life. Hopefully one day somebody will realize that. But one of the things you always see in movies in prison is like you pick the biggest guy and you start a fight with him. I feel like Daisy Kills just intersected himself right in this. Like, I don't know what his heat is with Trevor Murdoch, but he keeps on going out there, trying to make things happen, trying to start stuff up, stirring it up. I don't know what it is. Also, the other thing that confuses me is how does one man keep on finding giants?
It's like his only friends are huge men. It's really, really weird. He had
maybe he's Jack and he hangs out at the beanstalk. He plays that ukulele and the beanstalk pops up. And here comes
that is an interesting concept.
Sounds like a Dungeons and Dragons character.
Lightweight, I guess. I guess it could. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could be bravely dumb. By the way, in the chat, Daisy, somebody goes, Daisy Kills either extremely brave or extremely dumb. Yeah, you could be both. I am dumbly brave at times.
Yeah, the show Supernatural. Did you guys watch that?
No,
it's really great. But there's one.
Is that the guy version of the Bewitched one? What was the one with the?
It's where the two brothers they hunt like demons.
Oh no, you're thinking Charmed. It was like the male version. of Charmed, right? I can see that. I've never watched it, but that's the vibe I got. All right, cool. I like it.
But it reminded me of this situation that, like, say Dean was one of the characters in Supernatural. He's talking to the guy and saying, like, you're barking up the wrong tree here. And the guy, like, laughs at him. And Dean's like, you know what? You're either laughing because you're scared or you're laughing because you're stupid. Either way is fine with me. You're going to find out soon why. And I just love that line. And that reminds me, Daisy Kill seems to be really real happy about it. Trevor Murdoch is not a man to trifle with, as Eric says here in the chat. He may win, may lose. He'll definitely bring pain. And so Daisy Kill's got that to look forward to. And Noob saying Daisy Kill is fun, but he apparently is clueless. So we will see. Yeah. All right. Well, that is the pre-show. That's the whole pre-show that's available for free on YouTube for everybody ahead of NWA 312 in Chicago. Available on Fight. Everybody can tune into that. Now, the main show, of course, is going to be headlined by a huge main event. We mentioned it up at the top of the show, but the world's heavyweight champion, Tyrus, is going to be defending the title against Chris Adonis. And as promised, Chris Adonis is joining us now. I'm going to see if I can bring him on here. Oh, there he is, Mr. Adonis. Hello,
Bam.
sir.
Hey, look at that handsome, jacked, muscular,
you gotta put Chris up
possible
here.
champion. Nice to have you here, Chris. That's right.
A bruising right there.
What happened?
Bruising. Just a little result of WrestleMania weekend, all the festivities out here. Somebody just came up and shot me. No. It happened somewhere in the ring yesterday. I don't know. I bruise easy.
Don't
worry, I'll be fine for Friday.
No, it's cool, Chris, because I emotionally bruise easy, so I'd much rather have it be physical than emotional, because at least inside, I'm not crying. Now,
Chris
you're a man
knows.
that's never lacked confidence, and that's one of the things I respect about you. You also have experience, and when you have confidence and experience, you have the know-how, you put it all together, and you have somebody who may very possibly become the NWA World Heavyweight Champion next weekend. This coming weekend, folks, sold out, NWA 312. To be a part of it, Fight.tv, order now. Chris, everything you've talked about in real life, you and I have had a conversation about opportunities. Your name's out there. You've had the history. You've got everything here. Why isn't the opportunity there for you? This is the opportunity to prove all the naysayers wrong.
Yeah, I mean, this is. I've been working. Everything I've worked for and everything that I'm about is about being the NWA World Champion. I go out and I travel. I wrestle every week. I've perfected my craft. I'm one of the best, if not the best performer in NWA. And this is the opportunity I've been working for. This has been the end goal, the NWA World Championship. And Tyrus is just my roadblock, but he's a roadblock that I'm going to power my way through.
Chris, you when we were talking and setting up this interview, you mentioned to me that you're coming into Friday in the best shape you've ever been in, the best shape of your life, I believe you said. What does that mean for you? Like, I mean, tell us a little bit about that. Like, what's going into that?
Well, I might be a little lighter than I usually am, but I'm in the best conditioning of my career. I've been working relentlessly in the gym twice a day, and I wanted to come in this and just, hey, you know what I mean? Like, Tyrus wrestles once, every month and a half or so or something like that. So I know if there's anywhere I can get him, it's definitely in conditioning. He's definitely got the power game. There's no doubt about that. But my plan is to run around there, tire him out, master lock him, and call it a day and become the NWA champion. So, I mean, it's really just smart strategy, Gary, to come in here and just try to, it's almost a Rocky 3 approach. Rocky with a Mr.
he blew Mr. T up. He blew him up.
Exactly. You blow up. Yeah, you blow up Mr. T, and you take it to his chin, and in this case, you master lock him.
Yeah, that was a big piece of Tito Ortiz's game. Remember, because he lost that match to Frank Shamrock because he blew him up, and then he did crazy cardio and never got blown up again. He would just outlast people sometimes.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, that's totally it. And like, here's the thing. So when it comes to Tyrus, there's no doubt he is a successful dude. I mean, think about it. Yeah, I mean, you can catalog all his successes. I mean, New York Times bestseller, Fox TV show host, traveling comedy performer now, live performer. I mean, he's done all of that. But one thing that he is definitely not is the best wrestler in NWA. And that is what the NWA Championship is about. And come this Friday, when it comes to the NWA Championship, his days of parading it around like a piece of jewelry or his prop are over, because I will beat him at the NWA 312 pay-per-view. And then And then he can go on and he can do all the comedy shows he wants. He can go on Fox once a day, twice a day. He can talk about whatever he wants. He can write another book for all I care. But NWA is not going to be his priority.
Chris fired up, isn't he?
He is fired up, and one thing you've been going on about that we can circle back to is that you said all of these accomplishments that Tyrus has gotten, and he is holding that title. He is holding it, but like you said, kind of like a piece of jewelry. Out of all of the accomplishments that you mentioned, not one of those is traveling around the world wrestling, and that's something that you lay claim to.
Gary, let's put it this way. The NWA title has been held hostage over the last 2 months. And Chris Adonis is coming in Friday, free at last, to free the NWA Championship so it can once again recapture its prestige of Harley Race, Nature Boy, all of the rest. And once again, travel around the world and be defended like the NWA Championship was destined to.
Chris, do you feel disrespected right now? Like, do you feel disrespected as last time I think I made the mistake and I said it felt like you were kind of zen, and you made it very clear you were not. I'm not zen about this whole thing. Like you're still out there working. And do you feel like the wrestling world respects you enough, or is this like part of that making that happen?
No, I just feel like, there was a lot of years I didn't put my best forward. I was distracted and there were other things going on. And post-pandemic, I knew that I was a different guy. And I knew that I needed to approach my game differently. And I did all of that. And the fact is like, it's just one of those things where I knew before everybody else. Like, I knew I was ready to run through a wall for whatever wrestling promotion I worked for, in this case, NWA. And it just took a little longer, obviously, for the NWA officials to see that. But now they've caught up, and I feel like as time goes on here, I've got a chip on my shoulder. I've got something to prove, and I know that no matter what, professional wrestling means so much to me, and I don't know how many years I potentially have left or don't have left, but I know that I want to wrap up my career right, and that means putting my best foot forward, putting on the best matches of my career, and most importantly, winning the most prestigious title in our game, the NWA Championship.
Strap him up. What do you think, Kyle?
Strap me up.
I'm telling him, this man, he's a shining golden statue in society and the world around him. And what better thing to have than 10 pounds wrapped around that waist? Because I know you can carry that weight. No problem whatsoever.
Well, here's the thing, too. I feel like the wrestling world is leaning on me, because if you saw my post earlier, the wrestling world has experienced a lot of disappointment over the last couple of days when you look at Rhodes and you look at Briscoe. So now all I tell everybody, all the marks, all the smart marks, all the NWA fans, all the wrestling fans, this Friday, NWA 312, it's my move. It's my turn. And I am not going to disappoint the wrestling audience. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do what I said. I'm going to become the NWA champion.
And
I feel it.
I wish I had his confidence. If I had his confidence, my dating life would be different.
Oh, come on, Kyle. I've seen you walk around the locker room. Give me a break.
You gotta. The
women don't like it, though. It's cool in the locker room. So one day, hopefully, I'll help
Chris,
them.
I want to get one other thing clear here. I want to get one other thing perfectly clear here, actually, too, though. It's like Tyrus is a popular guy. He is very popular with the Fox News audience, and that is a huge audience. But he is not so popular with the wrestling audience, despite what even he might think. So I think that point just needs to be clear. I don't think I'm necessarily going into this the good guy, so to speak, although Chicago is a strong wrestling town, and I think they will be behind me. But, it's not to say Tyrus obviously has his fans. He has a lot of support, but the wrestling community is behind me.
I like that.
Hey, Joe.
Joe, he's here. He wore a tank top. He got the email from you.
Exactly. I got the memo.
Come on, man.
There
you go. Boom.
Sun's out, guns out, they say.
I got a little more work to do to catch up to you, though.
I was going to say, the day that I wear a tank top will not be the day that Chris Adonis is on the show. I guarantee you.
Joe, that's a fail right there, Joe.
No. Story of my life.
We love you.
Joe, we've had Chris on here. He is fired up, and he's on all cylinders here. I mean,
yeah, Joe, I just cut 3 separate promos on Tyrus over
Yes,
here,
you did.
telling everybody like it is. But it's good to see you, and yeah, we're having a nice little chat here going into NWA 312, obviously in Chicago Friday.
I'm jazzed and jacked for it, baby. Let's go. I'm ready. My bags are packed. I'm ready to head out. I'm ready for some deep dish pizza. I know it's a bunch of empty carbs, but it's going to be good for my soul.
God, I wish I could eat pizza without feeling guilty right now.
No, can't do it.
You got part of your celebration when you get the 12 pound.
Yeah,
that's it. That's it. There's going to be a lot more than that.
Yeah.
Richard C. brought this up, and Chris, since we kind of got off topic just a little bit, I'm going to bring it up now because this was interesting. He's being a historian over here in the chat, and he says, "Did you know it is almost 10 years to the day that you faced Rob Conway in Houston? That was apparently for the NWA World Title. Do you remember this?"
Wow, I wouldn't have known that fact, but I do remember that match. So, vaguely though, mind you, because there's been a lot of them now. So that's some pretty nice like stats there. I like that.
Was that the last world title shot you had at the NWA shot, right?
Yeah, I'm assuming that had to be it. I don't think there was any like Colt Cabana matches or anything mixed in there.
No Tim Storm.
No, I don't think so.
No Kyle Davis. Okay, all right.
No Kyle Davis, unfortunately.
No, we might have to make that happen. And you go get a shot at the title, Kyle.
Never. I'm a failed professional wrestler, and I'm a semi-decent broadcaster, so I'll stick with the thing I'm semi-decent at instead of the thing I suck at.
Do you think Tyrus is taking that title for granted, Chris? Like, I mean, just being there and just
I just think Tyrus has a lot going on in his life, and I think NWA falls on priority number 3, 4, or somewhere around there. So if that's taking it for granted, yeah, he's taking it for granted.
Whoa.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I see what you're saying. I mean, he's on Fox News.
I thought this was an RF shoot video. Oh, sorry.
Well, I'm not trying to, like heat it up too much ahead of the show. I'm just asking. I mean, because it's like you said. I mean, we've seen Tyrus on the NWA shows, but
I just think there's resentment. There's a natural resentment from the wrestling audience when they think that somebody who's not fully committed to professional wrestling comes in and holds a title of that stature and as at the top of the company. And you know what I mean? Because wrestling fans are hardcore. They want to know you're all in. They don't want somebody who's a Fox host news personality first and a pro wrestler second.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody thinks of when they think of the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship. I don't think it's too much to say. They probably go back to Ric Flair a lot. People think about Ric Flair and the stories about him traveling all over the world and defending
Double J.
And that he was, every day of the week, twice on Sunday or whatever. He was the guy that the NWA World's title just seems to have this background of people. And we've had a few champions like that so far in the NWA. So when you get to the point where a person is on TV and they're holding the title, but they're not in wrestling matches each week or something like that, I think a lot of the NWA audience does resent that a little bit.
You could have cut out about 100 words if you would just said traditionally a traveling champion.
I'm sorry.
Well, and Joe missed it, but that's the whole idea. I said that he's had the NWA title held hostage over in New York, over in his ivory tower over the last couple months, and I'm coming in Friday to free the NWA championship.
Ooh.
Joe,
that's my point, Joe. Whether you like it or not.
Yeah. Whether you were listening
talking a lot. Did you came in late? Did you have something you wanted to throw Chris's way here?
I think we've covered it. I'm excited. And I think what the most important thing is, not only is Chris going to have arguably one of the biggest matches of his career, but we've got so many big time matches for championships and also just some great exhibitions that'll be on the show as well. So you really want to pre-order that pay-per-view right now on Fight. Since it's sold out in that room, you got to be able to see it, and you don't want to wait. It's a big week for wrestling. I know there's a lot of wrestling going on, but the best wrestling is Friday late night with the NWA with 312.
You know, it's been debated on this very show here, Chris, whether or not Tyrus can break the master lock or not. Somebody said that they didn't know if he was too much of a if he was too big to put it on. Can he break it? I mean, I already know your answer, but I mean, do you think that that's a silly thing to be debated?
I promise you this: I can get Tyrus in the master lock. And when I do, it is over.
All right. So that's it. No doubt in Chris Adonis' mind that he can get the master lock on.
You know, I got to be honest with you, too. Sometimes people will point out things that they're worried about to take your mind off of it. If I tell you you can't do something, it's because I'm afraid that you are going to do something. If I say you can't put that on me, it's because I know in the heart you might be able to put that on me. Just putting it out there. Sometimes you draw attention and deflect from the things that really bother us. I think Chris is right. I think that master lock, those arms, pretty damn big. They can fit around that back.
Since we're on that, how about a trivia question for Mr. Adonis?
Ooh.
Better full Nelson. Billy Jack Haynes, Hercules Hernandez. You've had to have watched it since you know.
Yeah, but I'm going to be a little biased because I was only able to watch, and I have seen Jack Haynes, but I was only able to see. Wait, what are the options again?
Hercules Hernandez or
Hercules? Yeah, no, Hercules Hernandez, because I actually watched Hercules Hernandez. You know what I mean? Like, he was of my time, so I'm a little more. You know what I mean? And then after that, it was. The Warlord and
oh yeah.
And then before that, you had Ken. Where did Ken Patera fall in that though?
Well, he was the Olympic strongman, so he was kind of early '80s was his best run, probably WWF. Don't you think, Kyle?
I'm sorry, I was typing the graphics email to send out to the roster.
Ken Patera,
damn it, Kyle.
Ken Patera, early '80s.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ken Patera was a
Chris.
monster.
Yeah. Ken Patera. I feel like early '80s WWF is his best run.
Throwing boulders through windows.
I will say this though, when you look back at it, like the Warlord was a very believable full Nelson because I mean that guy was humongous to the 10th degree. You know what I mean?
Lat-tastic.
He was he was lat-tastic, chest-tastic. He was all of that. You know what I mean?
Hercules too. I mean, his arms were the size of my head. I mean, Jesus.
But at WrestleMania 7, the British Bulldog broke the Warlord's full Nelson.
I'm always going to go with the bald guy. Just putting that out.
You know what? I just saw a clip of that too the other day. That Warlord British Bulldog one. I mean, it's been a long time since I saw that. It was interesting how they did that.
Yeah, it was. I remember that was the whole buildup for that match. Was just like, can the British Bulldog break?
Bulldog, he hit the weights a couple times too. I mean, brother could press some.
He did some push-ups.
He did a couple push-ups. A few more than me.
Well, Chris, appreciate you coming on here, and I can't think of a match I'm more looking forward to for NWA 312, that huge main event between you and Tyrus for the World's Heavyweight Championship on an already stacked card, and then this match. This is massive. Did you have anything?
That's the main event.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I mean, this is the match that could do that could top this card. Anything else you want to throw out for the NWA fans before we let you get back in?
I just want to encourage all the NWA fans to tune in Friday. I know you're on a wrestling hangover, but I promise you're going to get every ounce, as much as of a cliche it is, blood, sweat, and tears from myself this Friday. Again, this is what I've been working for the last 2 years, and I'm going to seize this opportunity.
I believe that. I've never believed something more in my life. Chris Adonis, thank you so much for doing this, sir.
Humble mentality, baby.
There you go. All right, Chris, we will let you go and appreciate you taking the time, sir.
Thanks, guys.
All right, well, there you have it. There's Chris Adonis, possibly your future world's heavyweight champion right there. It's going to be interesting to see that matchup with Tyrus. That's coming up on NWA 312 Friday, April the 7th. You don't want to miss that one.
Gary, we got breaking news in your inbox. If you want to take a look at that, we have.
Holy moly!
I know Danny Deals will have these printed and available for people for purchase coming up at NWA 312. But we got a nice little graphic for the big poster, which has always been my favorite. If you see me playing darts, you notice that my garage is full of NWA posters. See if we can bring that up, Gary, because Habon is
I'm downloading it right now.
Yeah,
and let's see if we can upload it. I won't be able to fancify it or anything.
It doesn't need fancification.
Joe's drinking that Cuddy Sark straight out the bottle.
I'm almost there after today. But this is
There's some lime copo.
I know you had a Cuddy Sark.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that guy. That
see here.
That poster.
There's
That
Deals.
looks really good. I like the way you brought that
Danny
up here.
Deals is right there. Same level as the champ.
Oh,
That's great. I didn't know you could put the graphic over like that. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Jags the Gimp looks giant. Why is he so big? He's so much bigger than Jack Stain. What happened?
He must be buddies with Daisy Kill.
Oh my
Look at
God.
that guy.
There will actually be 2 posters available. There's a different poster that's going to be
there
available
is?
at the show,
Oh.
and then this poster is going to be available afterwards. It's going to be
Okay.
two-tier poster gimmick.
Oh man, you got to collect them all. It's like a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like some Pokemon.
And Joe and Kyle are looking like they need new tank tops, Gary. I wonder where they could find them.
This is
Where
like
could we get new
garbage.
tank tops?
This is
Oh
even
man,
an NWA
well, I'm glad
one.
you asked because
This
you
was
can
an
go to NWA Shop, which is
Oh, look at that one on the left.
nationalwrestlingalliance.com/shop, and you can actually right now, if you're watching this, you can use code
Whoa!
312 deals, get 20% off one of those bad boys. And so that's how Danny Deals hooks you up right here on this show.
That's right. Look at that hoodie.
I'll leave it down there for just a minute.
I'm actually bringing some more. I remade more of the green hoodies because everybody bought them. So I'm bringing some more to Chicago, but a limited amount.
It's a great hoodie.
So,
And
because
it's gonna
I'm
be
sure
for those of us in warm weather climates, such as myself and the great Kyle Davis, we're going to need to bring a hoodie to that show because it's going to be chilly. It's going to be in the 40s.
Chilly.
Yeah, for us folks, that the thin blood,
Indeed.
Lots of fans of the poster in the chat. So,
Oh yeah, thank
save
Haban.
me an
Give Haban
unsigned
a
one,
follow.
please, Brother Deals.
Haban Huerta, give him a like and a follow.
Oh man, that guy's great. I love that guy.
Yeah, he got great picks all over WrestleMania weekend. A lot of the independent shows that were there.
Rosita.
He was doing
Yeah.
good.
All right, let's run through this card real quick since we got some more matches.
Run
we
through it
haven't
now that we're at
talked
full
about yet.
strength here. We got Foursquare going. Remember that
We
game?
got all 4
Ooh,
here. We're
yeah.
ready to go. There was a lot of people on that graphic, but how about this one? We just announced
That's a lot of
this
people.
past week.
Oh,
Hey, is that the now?
that is the now.
Yeah, look at that.
Hey.
The now.
Now's coming back.
It's 20
Yeah.
Battle Royal. And the winner of this
Yeah.
is going to get an NWA National Championships shot.
Well, wait a minute. Danny Deals is on this picture.
I'm
Are
in
you
there.
in this match, Deals?
Are
I'm
you
gonna
in
get
Bob
an
Luke from Royal Battle Royal?
I'm gonna. Apparently so. That's how I found out. I saw the graphic. I
Danny
got.
Deals could be our next national heavyweight
I
champion.
could, and I'm actually cleared. My neck is healed a little bit, and I'm cleared. I'll be in there. I'm gonna get a shot.
Wow.
I'm
That's
gonna
gonna
whoop
be
Scion
interesting.
ass.
Poyo Damar, though. Poyo Damar might be my pick to win this.
Me and Scion will have a
What could
Downers Grove street fight for it.
All right.
Oh my God, that's going to be amazing. I can't imagine though that if it comes down to it, your buddies there, Alex and Plunky. I mean, you're not going to try to take a national title shot from one of those guys, are you?
No,
Nothing. Silence. Yeah, it sounded
No
confident. All right.
no. There's a couple people out there. I don't even know who the hell they are. Who's the brother underneath tattoo?
Brother,
That's Matt Vine. That's Matt Vine.
Okay. I don't know who Matt Vine is.
Well, he's
All
been
right.
out for a
He's
little
part of-
while.
he's
Remember,
with
he
the
hurt his
Fixers
arm
Click.
for a
He's
while
with the
there.
Fixers Click.
Oh,
He's fully rehabilitated as well.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, so he is back. Here's another big match that got announced this week. How about this one? Tom Latimer and Bully Ray in an exhibition.
Main
here.
event anywhere in the world, ladies and gentlemen, and you're going to get it at NWA 312. What a stacked card.
They are. Here's a if anybody doesn't remember, I don't know. See, I guess that, you think of Bully Ray, you think of tables, and then somebody was like, what's Tom going to do with tables? And so I had to post this online, so I'll show you here. Here's a little quick 15-second clip of the last time I remember seeing Tom Latimer in the NWA with a table.
Tom Latimer reaching new heights in the Coruscant Ballroom.
I can't even look. Oh.
No, he's going to be 15 feet up.
Oh, my God.
Latimer has broken Tim Storm in half.
There
That
you
was
go.
not a
So
table. That was a barricade. To be clear,
Oh, you're
Tom
right.
Latimer reaching new heights in
I
the Coruscant
can't
Ballroom.
even look. I can't even.
it's worse.
All
I
right.
think
Well,
it's worse. To be honest, it's worse.
Yeah, you're
that
probably
has
right.
to hurt way more.
Oh my gosh, that's a good point. Yeah,
Oh,
Tom
boy, we didn't get
Latimer.
the positive
I guess my point is Tom
aspect.
Latimer's not afraid of anything, so this should be a lot of fun.
Also, that was probably more expensive than just getting a table. Just thinking out loud.
Yeah,
Probably-
just breaking that.
Just breaking barricades is probably not great.
Here's another match to look forward to. How about this? We're already at the finals for the Women's Television Championship match. You got Kenzie Page taking on Max the Impaler. Father James Mitchell in Max's corner. Father James is going to be all over this show on Friday, but
You'd be busy.
this match. Wow. Any predictions here, Kyle?
Sorry,
Kyle
texting.
Phillips.
So I'm going to step in for Kyle for a second here and just go, come on. It's time for Mad Max. It is the apocalypse here.
Yeah.
Chicago is the wasteland.
Yeah.
And you don't think so?
No, Kenzie Page.
Kenzie Page.
Yeah.
Kenzie Page has constantly in this tournament, I will give her this. She has consistently been paired up against people who everybody thought was going to beat her. Big, strong women. Just
Yeah,
outsized.
she found her mean
outmatching her.
switch somewhere. She found her mean switch.
Yeah, and Kenzie Page has been taking it to him. So she's on the
Because a
come
year
up,
ago,
so-
Frenchie would have beat her, but this time Frenchie beat her in Tampa. Whatever, Ashley.
Yeah, Dembois.
Yeah,
Frenchie. How about this? How about this one? This is a big one. National Heavyweight Championship match. We know that 20-man battle royal is going to determine the next challenger for this, but who is the person they're going to have to go up against? Who's going to be the champion? Scion with Austin Idol. He's going to be defending against EC3, of course, with Black G's in his corner.
You know what I think we should do for this match?
What's that?
EC3 and Scion should be the managers, and it should be Idol versus G's.
All right. Well, yeah, I guess you could do that. I'm not sure
Joe, what do you think?
anybody would want to trust the title opportunity to someone else, but
Oh boy.
Joe, what do you think? It's his daddy. What do you mean?
Hey, that's a dangerous proposition. Danger.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I was either of these guys that I'd want that to happen. I'd want to be responsible for whatever happens in the middle of their ring. Speaking of Scion, by the way, if you guys
Who you got in
didn't
this
see
match,
announced on Twitter, what?
Who you got in the match?
Oh, who do I have in the match? Oh man, I don't know. I'm scared of this one because I'm really not sure. I think this is a close call. I guess I'm gonna lean Scion since you have to beat the champ. He's got that champion's advantage, of course. So EC3 is gonna have to submit him or pin him to get that title. And I don't know. Scion, especially with the brains of Austin Idol in his corner, that's gonna be no easy task. I did want to point out that Scion, if you've been following along on social media, announced that on April 5th, it's official, he will be throwing out the first pitch at the White Sox game.
Super cool.
So that's pretty exciting. That's 12:58 p.m. is first pitch on that day. So if you guys happen to be in the area, you can go out to catch a baseball game and see Scion. He promises in full garb throwing out that first pitch. He posted a picture, I think, of was it Jushin Thunder Liger throwing out a first pitch the other day or something like that. And he's like, I've been watching tape, so I know how to do this. All right. And then want some more women's action? How about this? NWA World Women's Tag Team Championship on the line. Missa Kate and Maddie are defending those titles against Pretty Empowered. This is going to be a big deal. The former champs here, I'll be at like 15 seconds worth.
That's still
of champs.
former champions.
They're still former champions.
Joe, call it. What you got?
Oh boy, I just saw Maddie in action in a local independent wrestling event here called RCW, and Maddie's never looked more determined and better in the ring. Missa Kate, home field advantage. I'm saying the champs retain.
Ooh,
yeah.
We think
I'm going to have to agree with Joe on this one. I think Maddie and Missa are determined now. They've been waiting for an opportunity. They have it now. And I don't think they're going to easily let this go. They are vicious. And if you saw them in the ring this past week on NWA USA, teaming with La Rosa Negra, they kick you in the head. It is over. And they love to do that. So it is just, it's going to
They've never kicked me in the head. Have they kicked you in the head, Gary?
They've not kicked me in the head, thankfully,
Okay.
but I stay on their good side. That's what I attempt to do.
I could see that. I could see them retaining it. I could see that.
Yeah. Kyle, you want to throw in a prediction in here?
He's texting.
My prediction is that anything can and will happen at NWA 312, and we've already seen both of these tag teams being in the right position at the right time to become champion or to lose the championship in the pretty empowered way that we've gone there. Missa Kate and Maddie, they are an unproven force other than the fact that they were in the right place, cashed in, won the tag team titles. We haven't seen them defend those titles all over the place. Pretty empowered. Missa, Kate, and Maddie, anything could happen. This one's a wild card because neither person in either team, any combination of women, has really made it so they've solidified as a force in the NWA, but this is their opportunity to do so.
Axel pointing out 4 women's matches in this pay-per-view. That is wonderful. Yeah, I was saying this to somebody the other day. For anybody that wants to talk crap about women's wrestling in the NWA, I mean, you don't have that problem in the National Wrestling Alliance. We have women's wrestling, and as much or more than anybody else does. There are some amazing matches coming up in the women's division in the National Wrestling Alliance, so I'm excited for that. How about this one that got announced this past week? World Tag Team Championships on the line. La Rebellion defending against Magnum Muscle. This is going to be good. You got some, Mecca is a big boy all his own. He's stout, but Mims and Dak Draper, good God, those two dudes are big. And this is going to be a tough challenge for La Rebellion to retain here.
I agree.
No,
good talk, everybody. Good talk.
Here's the other thing you gotta know. Magnum Muscle. I mean, this is hungry. They're young, and they're gunning for it. And I think it could be time. Could be time for our friends from south of the border to end up dropping those straps. I don't know. It's going to be tough to find out. I mean, it's going to be fun to find out for sure.
Come on, Deals, throw it out there. You've been asking everybody.
What's the werewolf doing? What's that werewolf doing? I know you don't.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. If they watch Hammer Horror, and I've tried to tell Mims this before, they'll know how to take out the Werewolf Brothers. I don't know. You know what? Let's go Magnum Muscle.
Hey, yo.
Like that.
Magnum Muscle.
Kyle, Eric makes a good point in here. The experience is too much for them, for Magnum Muscle. And La Rebellion is as a well-oiled machine as you could get, but is that going to be enough to overcome?
They're also worn out. They've been all over the place recently. Mims and Muscle Brother, they've been trained together in Kansas City and all that, and they're getting ready. They're fresh. They probably got a game plan. They're probably watching tape,
La Rebellion ain't looking at no lights.
Speed and agility. I'm going to see. You don't know what's going to happen. It's just picking it. Do you pick the? I was about to make a Magic the Gathering reference because my roommates play that now. I was going to say it's like which color card do you pick? Do you pick the green for the forest? Do you pick the swamps? There's different advantages. They've got the speed with La Rebellion. You've got the muscle with Magnum Muscle. Hell, it's in the title of their tag team name. Pat Kenny rolling over as he's standing up because there is no grave. I got to be honest with you. La Rebellion has pulled out tag team title wins in some very dire situations, but at a certain point in time, Magnum Muscle, they may be the future.
Well said, Kyle. I could not agree more. And then we have, of course, the this is going to take a minute to talk about. I know we're running a little over here, but how about this one? Kerry Morton is going to be defending the NWA Junior Heavyweight Championship against Joe Alonzo. This is how big this card is. This is ridiculous. Every single match is a banger.
This one might break down into a Friday night payday barroom brawl at some blue collar bar because old Joey Alonzo, and I think it's funny because I don't care about Kerry Morton, but he's been flapping them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, following these two guys on Twitter is worth having a Twitter account altogether.
Yeah. So I feel like there's going to be a lot less technical than there at one time was going to be. Yeah.
I don't know. And of course, don't forget the cornermen here. You got Kerry Morton with Ricky Morton in his corner, and Joe Alonzo has been working with Jamie Stanley. In fact, take a look at this clip here.
Met this match. Oh, no. Watch out. Watch your back, Taylor.
Oh, he got caught.
Oh, no.
Face first.
Oh, no. Please.
Roll of the dice. Into it. Oh my gosh!
No.
The winner of this match and new #1 contender, Joe Alonzo.
Guys, I know Deals was just trying to help, but he cost Alex Taylor this big opportunity.
And he completely blew up the ill-begotten, but in the end, it is Joe
sorry,
Alonzo.
Alex.
He is headed home. He is headed to his hometown of Chicago to challenge for the NWA Junior Heavyweight Championship.
No, I'm not here to talk about me. I'm here to talk about we. And who is we? That dude, Jamie Stanley, and his newest acquisition, Joe Alonzo. I mean, what did we do? We did exactly what we said we were going to do. We disposed of PJ Hawks. We got rid of Alex Taylor. Who's next? Who was... Oh, yeah. Kerry Morton. You told us to get rid of a worthy opponent and win. We did that not once, not twice. Now we are coming for what is deserved, our NWA Junior Heavyweight Championship opportunity. So, Kerry, stop hiding behind your daddy. And Ricky, put that hearing aid adjusted back up to 10 because you need to listen to this. In the pay-per-view, the inevitability becomes a reality. Joe Alonzo, that dude, Jamie Stanley, will be the new NWA Junior Heavyweight Champions. And all you can do is sit back, relax, respect greatness when you see it, and deal with it. Here we come.
All right, so that's a big matchup, and that clip there, I chose it for a specific reason. There's a lot to unpack here. Deals, let's start with the beginning.
It actually freezes on me on here. I have to watch it on the phone.
Well, if you don't remember, on NWA Power, Alex Taylor took on
I
Joe
saw
Alonzo.
that.
I think he's got to remember this.
No, I saw it over here. Yeah, he should have listened to me. He should have cheated and hit him with the chair. But I would like to also point out that Ricky Morton is a thug and he assaulted me in Tampa. And and everybody saw it. It was on television. So I faxed it.
Sunglasses look like a very specific brand of sunglasses.
Whose? Mine?
The ones you're wearing, bro.
No one else is wearing some.
I got these from Fabio.
Are those Vipers?
Yeah, I got them from Fabio.
Look at us.
Hey. Yeah.
All right.
Well, Fabs hooked it up. He's like, hey, I have some sunglasses. I was like, all right, cool. Actually, I kind of made him sound like Dracula just now. But anyway.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty spot on.
So do we know
like
what
Jimmy
the
Mitchell's
story?
cousin? But
Alex Taylor's in the chat. I'm just curious, what's going on with the ill-begotten right now? I guess that's I saw you guys on Instagram. It looked rough. Like you guys kind of seem to be saying goodbye to each other. And
we didn't say goodbye. We're still gonna hang out and drink beer, and we got indie dates booked. So,
Okay. All right. Well, just curious. Well,
he's gonna go do some stuff and NBA.
Well, now that Alex Taylor is not in this picture, respectfully, Deals, I guess, throw it out there. Who's it going to be? Joe Alonzo? Is he going to be able to take that title off of Kerry Morton?
No.
All right. Easy
No.
enough. Does anybody think that Kerry Morton is about to lose the NWA Junior Heavyweight Championship?
It could happen
to
once
Joe
again.
Alonzo?
That home field advantage, baby.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
Also, Jamie Stanley, you can't trust.
Yeah, it's weird how he keeps. I also liked in that promo, he seems to be calling it our opportunity and our NWA.
Well, if he is managing Joe Alonzo and putting money into his training, and he's getting in these matches, and he's out there promoting for him, you're basically a sports agent. It is our opportunity. He's a part of the crew. You know what I mean? So he can say that. He's as invested as Joseph is, right?
Yeah, I mean that's a good point. Fair enough. All right, well,
Ricky is just a thug who assaults innocent managers on the side of the ring. We're just trying to help out.
All right. Well, one more match we have to discuss. Obviously, we've already covered the main event in full, but how about this? I would call it the co-main event for me. I mean, this is a huge, huge matchup. NWA World Women's Championship match. Camille defends against La Rosa Negra. And this match has been building for a little while, just mostly with Camille just being wary of La Rosa Negra. La Rosa Negra seems friendly enough. She's sitting at ringside, like watching matches, like cheering Camille on. But Camille's not taking too kindly to this. Deals is there something devious about La Rosa Negra that some of us might be missing here? You seem like you would know if that was the case.
Well, I'm not going to reveal anything. It's just that's for me to know and you to find out. However, I will have to, regardless of how I feel on the situation, until I see somebody beat Camille, I'm picking Camille because I have to see the champ get beat first for me to believe it. Doesn't mean that the Black Rose is not capable, which she is capable, especially if she hits that crazy tadpole splash. But I've got to see it, right? I mean, Camille's beaten like 900 people.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again. You don't make money betting against Camille. That's just how I feel. Joe, you have any doubts on Camille in this one?
All it takes is 3 seconds. But that being said, Camille's stood up to every challenger and, still holding on to the Burke. So it's hard to bet against her.
All right. Well, so folks, that's NWA 312. You don't want to miss that. April 7th, 9 p.m. is the start time. That is the Eastern Standard Time, I've been told. That is only available for you on Fight. You got to get it on Fight if you don't already have those tickets. It is sold out. You got to do it. Got to get it on Fight. You don't want to miss that. You saw all those matches. My God. I mean, there's going to be a hell of a pre-show, but that pay-per-view is not to be missed. And
Battle Royal, of course, because the Deal Machine is out there.
Yeah, there you go.
The next national champion
right there.
Yeah. You know who else is going to be there?
Heard Deals was there, and it sold out immediately.
That's what happened. You know who else is going to be there,
confirmation.
You know who else is going to be there?
Who's that?
Joe's going to be there.
Hey!
Joe is going to be there. Joe Galley will be there. Kyle Davis will be there. I'll be there. Not that anybody cares.
Hey, I'll even be at the old book signing. I'll probably be there hanging out.
Where's Will?
Yeah, that book signing, that VIP is sold out, but you can still get those general admission tickets, $25 right there. Get you in to hang out with Tyrus and Medusa and apparently Joe Galley. And you can, that's going to be schmooze with people at Madame Zuzu's. That's going to be exciting. And then there are still a few tickets available.
Oh, man.
For the
Gary,
TV
where were
taping.
you when we were pitching these things? The schmooze at the zoos.
Schmooze at the zoos. Oh, that's good. I like that. NWATix.com for the TV tapings, 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. 2 sets of tapings, NWA Power and NWA USA. You want to be on TV? That's how you do it. You get in the audience there, be a part of that awesome studio audience, and make some noise for your favorite NWA stars. We got to talk about NWA Power real quick. Before we do, I added a segment last week, Joe. I don't remember if you were here or not, but it's time to for this week. Let's real quick before we talk about Power. Let's go on the thrill ride.
Thrill 1, 2.
You're this, Thrill!
The biggest man who ever lived is coming to the only city big enough to hold him.
You're a loose cannon! Did you vote for Reagan? You play by your own rules.
See the thrill.
Donzia. Thrill, Billy.
I don't speak German.
Take me on a thrill ride. Thrill, Billy.
See the action. See the romance.
God damn it. You're the biggest man that ever lived.
It's a creature double feature.
Looks like Bigfoot got a shave.
Action. Adventure. Overcoming the odds. April 7th and 8th, the NWA comes to Studio One in Highland Park.
420 miles to Chicago. We got half a bottle of gimmicks. They already paid for trans. It's dark. And we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Wanna go for a ride?
Had to kill it there because the YouTube masters will not allow.
Hey,
us
man.
to play that
Don't they know who you work for?
Yeah, I guess that's true. We could probably ask for that to be approved, but I've seen it's kicked us off the air before when that's happened. So anyway, let's talk about NWA Power real quick so we can get these people out of here. I know everybody's got places to be. This week going to be a huge go-home episode of NWA Power 605 on Tuesday, of course, as always, on YouTube. And you see some of the folks that are going to be involved right there. How about this matchup? Homicide is a newcomer here. Salazar
Sal
del Muerte.
That's Sal Death.
Sal of the Dead. Is he dead?
That man is dead.
He might end
Can
up
we
being
handle
dead
another
after a match
shot?
with Homicide. His name
Yeah.
is Homicide.
That is a good point, Joe. Way to put that together. I like that. Can we handle another Sal in the NWA? That's anyway. No, Axel, that was not the moment of Sal. That's still yet to come. So stay tuned. All right. Also, big matchup here. They've got the tag team title match coming up, but Pretty Empowered will be taking on Kylan King and Samantha Starr in a tag team matchup. So that's going to be a good one. I'm excited about that. Those are some solid competitors in the women's division. Can Pretty Empowered overcome them and get the momentum going into NWA 312?
Yeah, their team. They've got a little more synergy.
Yeah, and then going into 312, I mean, we just talked about it. He's going to be in the Battle Royal, the Thrill Billy there. We just had our thrill ride. But if you missed it, enough said, this was a hell of a match. Brutal. Thrill Billy Silas Mason versus Kratos in the singles competition. That's going to be an encore presentation for you to watch there on NWA Power tomorrow night. I'm excited for that one, especially if you haven't seen that match. You got to tune in for it. And then, of course, what I assume will be the main event. I haven't seen the episode, but, here it is. He's been teasing it for a while, but a Titanic Tampa street fight. Aaron Stevens keeps saying he would do it. Now he's been called out. Rolando is going one-on-one with Aaron Stevens and that TTSF. That's going to be a big match.
First time ever. I don't think there's ever been a Titanic Tampa street fight.
I don't think there has either. Yeah.
That could get wild quick. A street fight. Have we even ever had?
We've had street fights.
A street fight on NWA Power?
We had it in St. Louis with the Allison Kay and Marty Bell and Pretty Empowered.
We had
but that was on the pay-per-view, though. Yeah, I was going to say on Power, but
we had it in Atlanta because Tim Storm cheated Jack Stain and then brutally assaulted me.
That is correct. Way to call back.
There's anything okay with that. Right.
It's funny that you guys had said, how many Sals do we have here? Because that's literally why I had to bounce out, because I was dealing with a pal named Sal.
Oh, Sal.
Get him out.
I mean,
he figured out how to use a cell phone, ladies and gentlemen, and it was weird because he kind of talks gibberish. It was all in musical numbers. Made no sense.
Oh, gosh. I mean, that feels just like the perfect cue, and there's no way to get around it. It's probably just time that we go ahead and just jump into tonight's Moment of Sal.
I'm happy that nobody gave Sal gasoline, but it really would have helped that shirt go up, I think.
I was thinking that too. I was like, it does make it. I don't know. It's part of the charm of the video. It makes you wonder: is it going to happen? Will it? Won't it? I don't know.
There's a few of those left at the website, Gary. And if you used it, if there was a code you could use, you could get it free.
Wow, I was hoping you would bring that up, Deals. If you want to save the Gags the Gift shirts, you can go do it right now. 312 Deals.
They're almost gone.
Off NationalWrestlingAlliance.com/shop. Clearly, that one is unusable. I say that, and then Sal is exactly the person that would probably still wear that shirt. So,
of course he would.
I guess we'll see.
And Kyle's friends with that weirdo.
Apparently,
he makes me feel better about myself.
Just cousin. I can't help it. Can't choose him.
Yeah, right. Sal the Pal, Burning Gags the Gimp, and Effigy. Yeah, those two have got a hair versus mask strap match coming up in NWA 312. Guys, we're not going to see you again before then, so we hope you tuned in to NWA Power and Hope you're as excited as we are for all of the events that are coming up here in Chicago. Hopefully we see some of you there. Come up and say hello if you see us. We'd love to meet you and talk to you and pat you on the head and maybe give you a hug.
Pat you on the head.
That's how I greet people.
Actually, you know what? I could use a hug, guys. If anybody ever wants to give me a hug,
Gary's going to sniff your hair, Joe Biden style. So just equal opportunity, men, women, children, the old.
No, that's just a thing. I mean it in a nice way.
Yeah,
Chaz, we'll see you on Saturday. All right, looking forward to it.
The podcast like this.
I don't know, because it's creepier, especially when you're talking about sniffing hair. Chaz, I hope that's like a friendly see you on Saturday and like a threatening see you on Saturday.
He's going to be real.
Use any like a punctuation, so I'm not sure.
You don't sniff his hair. He's going to be pissed.
You know, you could do me a favor. You could give me a crazy see on Saturday, like a threat. Just make sure you get it over with quick, please.
No, even dragging it out, it still won't be as bad as what you've had to deal with lately, Kyle.
Now, don't forget that, Joe, maybe you weren't here for this, but I'm going to cut a deal at the pay-per-view. Win a date with Kyle Davis.
Woo! I will not be entering. I feel like we have.
No, I thought you were going to enter it the way you answered. I was like, whoa.
No, I'm excited. I'm excited for the prospects there. There are some very attractive people in the greater Chicago area. And anybody
we're auctioning off Kyle Davis.
Yeah,
that's it, buddy.
Yeah, you do those. Yeah.
Nobody wants this.
The money will go to charity, ladies and gentlemen. The money will go to charity.
Nobody cares about charity enough to even make that happen, folks.
The NFL, the United Way, and you.
Make-A-Wish kids are more desirable than this guy.
Never ask wrestling fans to hug you. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
I've been told.
I know one person that likes me. I take it back. I got a text. So that's nice.
Oh, look at that. Well, we ended on a happy note. I like that. At least
New York City likes me. New York likes me. That's what I know.
Well, I don't know about.
And if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. New York.
I love it. And that's how you know it's time to go, because it's really going off the rails. And so if nobody has anything else, we're going to wrap this thing up. We hope you guys tune in to NWA Power tomorrow night, NWA 312 on Friday night. We hope we see some of you. Till next week, though, when we come back to talk about everything that's going on the rest of this week. You guys enjoy.